Well, we got that expected cool down yesterday, anywhere from 15 to 20 degrees cooler than what we had the day before. The good news is that cooling has continued. Only a couple more degrees today, but it's going to be a pretty comfortable day today. Mostly low to mid 70s just about everywhere. Nice looking morning out there, a mid-morning in Bellingham. Lots of blue sky out there and sunshine. Looks a few people out enjoying that at this point. The Columbia Tower there in Seattle, you can see a little bit of marine air is out there. And we did see that marine push make its way up into parts of Seattle and with some low clouds farther south. Those are still in the process of burning off at mid-morning. You can see that there from our Tacoma Tower cam, but it's brightening up and that should be gone here as we head towards later this morning and clear out everywhere as we head towards this afternoon. Even out there at Westport on the coast, it's pretty gray, but we have seen some sun breaks out there and we expect those to pick up as we head towards the afternoon hours and it'll come at least partly sunny along the coast. You can see it very clearly on the satellite image, the low clouds that are stretched right along the coast there and then up over southwestern Washington, pushed up just about to the central sound and just a few clouds up once you get up to the north. But these should burn back pretty much to the coast as we head towards this afternoon and give us some more sunshine. But with that push of marine air, we will also see those temperatures drop back a couple of degrees from yesterday's highs, which were mostly in the mid to a few upper 70s. So overall, a pretty comfortable low to mid 70s is not a bad thing to deal with today. Checking that countdown to summer, but even though it feels like it's already been visiting us, only 4 days till that arrives on Sunday. And actually, we'll see it warm up a little bit the first couple days of next week. Checking that extended forecast. So today, again, we'll see the clouds go away, turning mostly sunny, highs this afternoon, generally in the low to mid 70s. We'll warm a couple degrees tomorrow, mainly in the mid to some upper 70s. And then Friday for that World Cup match, we're going to be seeing it warming, but not like it was on Monday. We'll see those temperatures mostly in the 70s to low 80s, and some of the warmest spots in the South Sound might get close to the mid 80s, but again, nothing like what we saw on Monday. And then as we head towards Saturday, we'll see a little bit of cooling for some variety. And then as summer begins on Sunday, we'll see the temperatures pick up a few degrees with basically 70s and low 80s. And then you can see as we head into the first part of next week, those temperatures push right back up into the upper 70s and low to mid 80s and maybe touch 90 in some of the hottest spots down in the South Sound. Take a look at the fire situation over in eastern Washington yesterday and continuing today. Wildfires are in Spokane County causing some problems there. There was a red flag warning out yesterday for that area. That's been dropped overnight because humidities have come up, but there is another red flag warning going into place today in the Kittitas Valley from 11 a.m. this morning until 9 p.m. tonight. Again, just like they had yesterday, gusty winds combined with low humidities and warm temperatures giving us critical fire danger in the sense that if a fire starts, it could start more easily and it could spread rapidly because of the conditions. So be very careful out there, and not a bad thing to be careful all summer long with our fire hazard gradually going up as things really dry out. Looking out T-Mobile Park, sitting underneath some clouds right at the moment, but those will be gone as we head towards later on today. And the Mariners play against the Orioles tonight at 6:40. A good night there. You're going to see the first pitch temperature is going to be right around the low 70s and pretty much hang there through most of the game, maybe dropping back to the upper 60s by the end of the game. So a beautiful evening to be out at T-Mobile. And tomorrow it's a day game, 1:10 tomorrow. And when we hit the first pitch at 1:10, it should be once again in the low 70s, though it'll gradually warm tomorrow with the high temperatures during the game getting up into the mid 70s. And then looking a day beyond to that World Cup match coming up between Australia and the U.S. on Friday, looking much better than what it was on Monday. We're looking at much more livable temperatures. Mostly sunny. We'll see temperatures as you're heading into the gates and through security, running mostly low 70s. And then for the start of the match, it should be right there in the low 70s, warming gradually during the game, probably getting towards the upper 70s, maybe even touching 80 degrees by later on in the game. Is probably going to be a little warmer than the outside air with all those people inside the stadium and probably a lot of exercise going on both in the stands and down on the pitch. Take a look at our low tides, just about done with those negative tides. Minus 3.6 today at 109 and then minus 2.6 tomorrow and then getting back to normal, and then we go positive again as we head into the weekend. And as always, a reminder, cold water out there in Puget Sound and in the Pacific where you're going to be going to do that beach combing. Temperatures mostly in the low to mid 50s. We are starting to see warming on the lakes. The smaller lakes probably into the 70s right now, and the larger lakes like Lake Washington running in the mid to upper 60s. Lake Sammamish checking in with the buoy out there in the lake registering 72 degrees. But the rivers, they've warmed a little bit, but still cold in the upper 40s to the mid 50s. Take a look at the mountains. Not a bad day to go do some hiking. Looking out from a Hurricane Ridge camera, looking beautiful out there, looking out across the Olympics. And we're going to see there at Paradise. They did have some clouds earlier. Those have cleared off, and a lot of people up there enjoying the scenery and probably getting up on the snow a little bit. Not a bad place to be as we head into the first part of next week. Today, though, we're going to be looking for sunshine. Temperatures at the 3,000-foot level getting up into the mid-60s this afternoon. And tomorrow, running pretty much the same. We're going to be looking for sunshine. Temperatures a little bit warmer, getting up into the low 70s. So checking out those highs again for today. Upper 60s and low 70s up there north of Seattle, and the Seattle southward looking mostly at the mid 70s. We see those temperatures go up a little bit tomorrow, getting into the mid 70s to low 80s from Seattle southward, and then low to mid 70s north of Seattle. And then as we head towards the end of the week on Friday, we do warm up. You could see some mid 80s down in the South Sound, but most places are going to be in the 70s to the low 80s. And then we see a little bit of cooling with a little increase in our onshore winds as we head towards Saturday, dropping us back into the mid to upper 70s in the Central and South Sound, and right around that 70-degree mark once you get up north of Seattle. And then moving on into Sunday, you can see those temperatures start to rebound again back into the 70s and low 80s. And then as we head into Monday and Tuesday, again, we're going to see the offshore flow kind of kick in a little bit. That's going to help to warm us up in the upper 70s, the low to mid 80s, with maybe some places touching that 90-degree mark down in the extreme Sound. The good news is, as we head into that next World Cup match after this Friday, it's going to be next Wednesday, and we will see those temperatures drop back to a little bit cooler in the 70s and low 80s. And later in the week, we're dropping back into the mid to upper 70s. So we're not going to stay, we're going to get kind of hot there for the first couple days of the week, but we won't stay hot through the whole week next week.